Hi all, we're joined with head coach Sam Laity. Please use the raising function if you'd like to ask a question. John Lupo, go for it.
Thank you. Sam, the Gotham are obviously a very talented team. They have a lot of offensive weapons. Jane was just saying how fiery and dynamic they are. So what do you think will be some of the keys to be able to contain them?
Well, number one, be ourselves, and be at the bare minimum the team that's turned up the last two games against Kansas City and Orlando, right? I mean, we're going to need more against Gotham, and we're going to need more against the Rain the following week. But yeah, at least priority number one is always to be the best version of ourselves, and I still think that we're quite some way off that, to be honest with you. Obviously, they have some threats. Obviously Lynn Williams is a huge threat with her pace, and she's so dynamic. She'll press you from the first second until the 98th minute. So trying to not create situations where she's in the game very much, knowing that we need to get out to her quickly, not allow her the momentum, the space to gain momentum and go 1v1, and close it out in the box. Try not to let any of the forwards actually get shots off. Mewis obviously is a bit of a playmaker for them. She's somebody that will often dictate and change the tempo. So sort of nullifying her threat a little bit. We've talked a little bit about tweaking the system a little bit to nullify some of those threats. So we'll see what that looks like.
And if I could just add this quickly, you mentioned that you're not where you want to be yet, but after the loss to San Diego, you've had two excellent performances the last two matches. What do you think has been the difference, and how far do you think you still need to go to be where you want to be?
Well, mentality is the most important thing. We have some benchmarks, we have some key performance indicators that we know we have to hit. We've got a decent. We've built up some decent data now after 10 games, and we know what we need to hit in terms of our key performance indicator. We know that where we need to be in certain areas of the field for us to be successful. But the first thing is mentality. It has to start with that. And I think our mentality in how we started the last two games especially has been very, very good. You say excellent performances. I think the performances have been good, but not excellent in my opinion. And we're always going to be wanting more. But we definitely, I'd rather be in this position now talking about 2 clean sheets in a row and 2 wins than the opposite. So certainly I think gives us a foundation to build on for Gotham. It will be an exciting game, but we've got pieces that can hurt them, and that's what we intend to do.
Great, good luck.
Cheers, thank you.
Thanks, John. Justin, go for it.
Hey, Sam.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Hey, good. Hey, just curious. Sophie Hurst has kind of become a starter now. Just curious what you've seen in her development, from being in college last year, getting drafted, and now kind of being a key member of the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, she's. I know exactly what we were getting with Soph, because I spent a lot of time with her in Seattle. When I was in Seattle, she came out and trained with the first team for long periods. So I knew exactly what we were getting. Firstly, from a character and from a character perspective, but also from a talent and mindset perspective. So she's still got some way to go in terms of reaching her potential, and our job is to continue to add layers to her game so that she just keeps pushing forward and builds upon the foundation that she has. So she's had a really good start for us, and long may that continue. But there are other players in the group as well that have performed really well. But I think the fact that Hursty is a young player and getting to start in probably what is the most difficult position in the field, the fact that she's starting for us and doing well is probably the reason why people are speaking about her, and rightly so.
All right, thanks, Justin. We have time for one more question if you'd like to ask. Manny, go for it.
Just a quick one for me, Sam. How's the players coming to this game? I know injury was I know especially for Shea Groom last weekend was a last-minute injury. How's her recovery and her surgery? Have any updates on her?
Yeah, she had successful surgery yesterday. Look, Yeah, I mean, it's devastating, right? It's a devastating injury. It's, you know, when you're there, it's devastating. It doesn't feel any better even now. And yeah, I mean, she's already started her path for recovery. And yeah, it's you know, I was actually really proud of the players and even the staff that we were able to stay aligned and really be focused so close to the game. And you know, credit to the players for being able to show care and love and empathy to Shay, and at the same time, you know, executing their jobs. And yeah, so devastating. I mean, it's a worldwide problem, isn't it? And it's something that has to be fixed a lot sooner than later. And you know, unfortunately we're victims of that.
And lastly, knowing that I know players are coming back or recovering. Canada released their provisional squad for the World Cup, and we noticed a surprise of Nichelle Prince being called up in the primary squad. How's her development and her coming back, getting ready for the World Cup?
Yeah, she's obviously on the right path. She's obviously on the right track. I think there's still some way to go for her, but she has. We had the Canadian medical staff here last week and saw how she was in our environment, and then they took her through some testings and some benchmarkings, and I think that was a big step for her and also for the Canadian team. I think they're an exceptional team. Obviously, the winners of the recent Olympics, and Nichelle Prince is a big part of that. So yeah, we're happy with the progress that she's making, and I think for her as well, it's a really positive step. It's a long journey when you come back from an injury like that. So I think this can be a little bit of a carrot. This is something for her to move towards. This is a target and objective for her. I mean, who wouldn't want to play in the World Cup? And you know, we're going to support her as much as we can. And fingers crossed for her that she gets across the line, because she's a wonderful player and a great human.
All right. Thank you, Sam, and good luck on Sunday.
Yeah, thanks so much. Cheers.
Thanks, Vinny. Theo, you still have time for your question.
Hi Sam, how you doing, mate?
Good, mate.
You know, good. Thanks for asking. Hot but good. Yeah, you know, this weekend I think is a big one for Dash fans, and you know, because Amaros is returning. I know we spoke when you went up to Seattle, which was also like a personal game for you, and you had that mentality of just another game, you know, same preparation, same tactics, yada yada yada. So looking into this game, how have you maybe with the players or the staff that worked with last year kind of let that same mentality? But what I'm trying to say is that what is the trick to having that mentality of not necessarily letting emotion get in the way, not necessarily letting the bigger narrative and storylines that fans and media want to talk about kind of get in the way of preparation? I guess that's my question for Gash and Drew.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll be honest with you, not talking about it. I think there is a laser focus in the group right now to continue continue to build upon the foundation that we had, that we've developed in the last couple of games. Right, our objective is to win 3 games in a row, and come out of the game with a clean sheet. That is our personal target for this game, and you know, irrespective of who we're playing, it doesn't make a difference. And you know what? Maybe this is a situation like I fell into the trap with, which was maybe complicating things a little bit, because you're going back to your old team and you feel that you know the strengths and weaknesses of the team and the players, and yeah, maybe there's an opportunity there to complicate it, overthink, and yeah, we haven't spoken about it, actually. Yeah, I haven't had the players talk about it. I'm sure that the players will be happy to see him, and vice versa. But yeah, our objective is pretty clear, right? It's 3 wins in a row, it's 3 clean sheets, and if we do that, then you know, I'm sure the players will be happy to see 1. But I don't think they'll be very happy if we don't have a positive result or positive performance. So that's the objective. Don't talk about it. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Crack on. We've got targets, and Gotham's the next game, and let's see what we can do.